are you? I hope you are doing well. And in the previous class, we completed our third chapter. Which is the third chapter? Our third chapter is a present for mother. A present for mother that we completed in the previous class. And today, let us move on to comprehensive work in the text. Okay. Then, first one, page number 33. All of you take page number 33. And the first one is to choose a present for mother. Bill and Jenny went to dash. To choose a present for mother, Bill and Jenny went to dash. There are two options. First one is a toy shop and the second one is in the forest. Do you know which one is correct? Yes, the second one is correct. In the forest. Second one, in the forest. In the forest. In the forest. The next one, second one, animals that suggested different options for present are, who were the animals? Is it lion, tiger or elephant? No, it is not lion, tiger or elephant. It is squirrel, bear and deer. Squirrel, second one. First one, second one. Squirrel is Q-U-I-R-R-E-L. Squirrel. Deer, D-E-E-R, deer and bear, B-E-A-R, deer. Okay. Next one, third one. Finally, they all went to. Finally, the animals along with the Jenny and Bill, they went to dash, buy a toy from a shop, meet Mr. Wise Owl. Which one is correct? To meet Mr. Wise Owl. Third one. Meet, M-E-E-T, meet Mr. Wise Owl, W-I-S-E, Wise, O-W-L, Owl. To meet Mr. Wise Owl. To meet Mr. Wise Owl. Next one, fourth one. Bill and Jenny would gift. What was the gift they decided the last time? Wild flowers to their mother or a big cake to their mother. Which one is correct? Wild flowers to their mother. Fourth one. Wild flowers. W-I-L-D. Wild flowers to their mother. To their. T-H-E-I-R. Their. Notice the spelling of their. T-H-E-I-R. Their mother. M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother. Wild flowers to their mother. Okay. That we completed. And let us move on to next section, that is page number 35. Take page number 35. Page number 35. Complete the dialogue between two friends. Which is the next exercise? Complete the dialogue. Listen here. Complete the dialogue. It is a conversation. Dialogue means conversation between two people, two or more people is called a dialogue. Complete the dialogue. Which are the words in the box? There are so many words in the box. First one, I will read that for you. Punctual. First one is punctual. Second one, work hard. Third one, anything. Fourth one, thought. Next, happy. Next, punctuality. Then, hard working. Then, present. Next, last year. Next word, bouquet. B-O-U-Q-U-E-T. We pronounce it as bouquet. It is not bucket, it is bouquet. Then promise. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. Then let us move on to the exercise. Rohit, tomorrow is my mother's birthday. What dash should I take for her? What dash should I take for her? Which word is apt there? Apt means suitable. Which word is suitable there? What? Present. In the first sentence you write present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Present. Okay? P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Present. Okay? Then, what present should I take for her? Rohit, what did you give her dash? What did you give her last year? Last year. L-A-S-T. Last. Y-E-A-R. Year. Last year. L-A-S-T. Last. Y-E-A-R. Year. There is a question mark there, so you don't put a question mark. Then Rohit, nothing. Rohit, have you dash of dash? Have you dash of dash? In the first dash you write T-H-O-U-G-H-T, thought. Of is already there in the text. Anything. Anything. A-N-Y-T-H-I-N-G. Anything. A-N-Y-T-H-I-N-G. Anything. Next sentence. Mohit. No. Then Rohit. Can you think of something which she said would make her happy? Make her happy. The next line you write. H-A-P-P-Y. Happy. H-A-P-P-Y. Happy. Then in the next line, Mohit. If I would become punctual. In the first dash you write. There are two dashes in that sentence. Punctual. P-U-N-C-T-U-A-L. Punctual. P-U-N-C-T-U-A-L. Punctual. In the second dash. And work hard. Work hard. It is not hard work. It is work hard. H-A-R-D. Hard. W-O-R-K. Work. H-A-R-D. Hard. Work hard. Then the sentence will be, if I would become punctual and work hard, she always prays for my bright future. Okay. Then next, Rohit. So what do you think? Mohit. Thank you, friend. I will promise to practice. I will promise. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. Promise. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. Promise. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. Promise. I will promise to practice punctuality and be hardworking. Punctuality. The next dash you write. P-U-N-C-T-U-A-L-I-T-Y. Punctuality. P-U-N-C-T-U-A-L-I-T-Y. Punctuality and be hardworking. Next dash. Hardworking. H-A-R-D-W-O-R-K-I-N-G. Hardworking. H-A-R-D-W-O-R-K-I-N-G. Hardworking. Then Rohit. Good. Don't forget to take a dash for her. Bouquet. B-O-U-Q-U-E-T. It is written as bouquet and pronounced as bouquet. The T is silent. Bouquet. B-O-U-Q-U-E-T. Bouquet. Okay. Then I will read the conversation once more. Mohit. Rohit, tomorrow is my mother's birthday. What present should I take for her? Rohit. What did you give her last year? Mohit. Nothing. Rohit. Have you thought of anything? Mohit. No. Rohit. Can you think of something which she said would make her happy? Mohit. If I would become punctual and work hard, she always prays for my bright future. Rohit. So what do you think? Mohit. Thank you, friend. I will promise to practice punctuality and be hardworking. Rohit. Good. Don't forget to take a bouquet for her. Don't forget to take a bouquet for her. Next is the writing section. That we will do in the notes. You take the next page. There is grammar power. Next we are going to study some grammar. Grammar, comparison of adjectives. Which is the topic? Comparison of C-O-M-P-A-R-I-S-O-N. Comparison of adjectives. What is adjective? Adjective is a parts of speech that you will study in your higher classes. Parts of speech. Adjective means a word that modifies a noun is called adjective, and adverb, a word that modifies a verb is called adverb. Adjective means, let us look at an example. Flower. It is a noun. Flower. It is a noun. We can modify this flower. We can modify this flower by a word beautiful. It is a quality of the flower. Beautiful flower. Then the word which is used to modify this flower is beautiful. This beautiful is called an adjective. It is called an adjective. A word that is used to modify a noun is called an adjective. Is it clear? Nama Visheshanam in the Malayalam parayum. Adjective. Then here are some example sentences. The squirrel is smart. Look at the example. First one, the squirrel is smart. S-Q-U-I-R-R-E-L. Squirrel is smart. First sentence. The squirrel is smart. Second one, the squirrel is smaller than the rabbit. The squirrel is S-Q-U-I-R-R-E-L. Squirrel is smaller than S-M-A-L-L-E-R. Smaller than the rabbit. R-A-B-B-I-T. Rabbit. Smaller than the rabbit. Third sentence. The squirrel is the smallest of the animals. The squirrel, S-Q-U-I-R-R-E-L. Squirrel is the smallest of the animals. Okay, which are the three sentences? Listen here. The squirrel is smart. That is the first sentence. Second one, the squirrel is smaller than the rabbit. Next one. Then the third one is the squirrel is the smallest of the animals. Here is three forms of small are there. First one is small. In the second sentence it is smaller. In the third sentence it is smallest. We are going to study comparison of adjectives. In the sentence first one, in the first sentence, we do not compare the squirrel with anyone. It is the quality. This small is the quality of the noun squirrel. This word qualifies the noun squirrel. Okay? It is the quality of this noun. Okay? It describes the quality of squirrel. That means only one is there. When we say the quality of only one thing, one noun, it is called a positive degree. It is called a positive degree. It is called a positive degree. Okay? I am a teacher. I am a good teacher. Good is the quality of me, describing me. So, it is in positive degree. When we describe the quality of a noun, that means a singular noun, it is in positive degree. Okay? It is in positive degree. And in the next sentence, the squirrel is smaller than the rabbit. When we compare the quality of a noun to another noun. Okay? Is it clear? When we compare the quality of a noun to another noun, that means another one. When we compare the quality of a one to another one, it is called comparative degree. First one is positive, next one is comparative degree. Next one is comparative degree. The quality of squirrel is compared to the quality of a rabbit. Okay, the quality of the squirrel is small. It is the quality of the squirrel. Then in the second sentence, the squirrel is compared to the rabbit. The squirrel is compared to the rabbit. The quality of one noun is compared to the quality of another one. Then it is called a comparative degree. Is it clear? Then look at the third sentence. The squirrel is the smallest of the animals. That means there are how many animals are there? Squirrel is there, deer is there, rabbit is there, and then the owl is there. So many animals are there. And when we compare the quality of one noun to a group, that means when we compare the quality of one noun to another noun, it is in comparative degree. When we compare the quality of one noun to a group is called a superlative degree. The third one is in superlative degree. Superlative. Which is the third one? Superlative. This is called the degrees of comparison. Correct. Okay. The first one is the quality of the squirrel. That means there is only one noun. Then it is positive degree, the quality of the squirrel. When we compare the quality of one noun to the quality of another one, it it is called a comparative degree. And when we compare the quality of one to a group, it is called a superlative degree. What is it called? It is called a superlative degree. Then here the positive form of small is small. Then the comparative form of small is smaller. Small, smaller, smallest. It is the 3 degrees of comparison. This is positive, this is comparative, and this is superlative. This is the degrees of comparison. And when we add ER to the word, it became comparative, and EST to the word, it became superlative. Is it clear? Yes. Let us move on to more examples. Positive, first one, positive. Then second one, comparative. Then third one, superlative. Superlative, positive, comparative, and superlative. Here is the table by writing correct degrees of comparison. First one example, big. First word is big. The comparative of big is bigger. B-I-G-G-E-R. Bigger. The comparative form of big is bigger. The superlative form of big is biggest. B-I-G-G-E-S-T. Biggest. Okay? Big, bigger, biggest. Big, bigger, biggest. Okay? Then the next one, here is a table for you. After writing this, you finish the table. Next word, small. Small. Then the comparative of small is smaller. S-M-A-L-L-E-R. Smaller. Superlative, smallest. S-M-A-L-L-E-S-T. Smallest. Then the next word is tall. T-A-L-L. Tall. A comparative, taller. T-A-L-L-E-R. Taller. Superlative, tallest. T-A-L-L-E-S-T. Tallest. The next one is bright. B-R-I-G-H-T. Bright. Comparative, brighter. Brighter. Next one, brightest. 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 Next word is easy. E-A-S-Y. Then easier. Listen the change. Here the word easy ends in Y. When the word ends in Y, we avoid the Y and add IER to form the comparative degree and IEST to form the superlative degree. Listen that. Here the word easy ends in Y. So we avoid the last Y, last alphabet, and we add IER. Here in all these examples we add only ER and EST, and here we avoided the Y and add IER and IEST. Easiest. Easiest. Okay. Then next one is heavy. H-E-A-V-Y. Heavy. Comparative, heavier. Then heaviest. Heaviest. Okay, I will tell you this once more. Big, bigger, biggest. Small, smaller, smallest. Tall, taller, tallest. Bright, brighter, brightest. Easy, easier, easiest. Then heavy, heavier, heaviest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Let us move on to the another example. Dark. Next one is dark. Dark. Comparative form of dark is darker. D-A-R-K-E-R. Darker. Superlative form darkest. D-A-R-K-E-S-T. S-T, darkest. Okay, dark, darker, darkest. Next one. Which is the next one? Beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Beautiful. Then it is not beautifuler or beautifulest. It is more beautiful. More beautiful. Then most beautiful. Most beautiful. B-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Beautiful. Okay. Then listen. Here only for beautiful we add more and most. Okay, we add more and most to beautiful, and for all the other words we add er and est. Only for beautiful we add more and most. Okay, then we added more and most only to this word. Okay, more beautiful we don't write beautifuler or beautifulest. We add more beautiful and most beautiful. There is a law in this, that is when it is words that contains more than 2 syllables, that you study in your higher classes. I am just saying for longer words you just understand that for longer words we use more and most. Okay, intelligent. I will say one more example. Intelligent. Intelligent. It is more intelligent. More intelligent. And most intelligent. Most intelligent. That is a rule. Intelligent. You are studying in 3rd standard and it is easy for you to study ER and EST to add comparative, to make comparative and superlative. For long words we use more and most. That is enough for you. Okay, then let us move on to page number 37. You take page number 37. Filling the blanks using the correct degree of adjective given in the bracket. There are 4 sentences and you use the correct degree of adjective, degree of comparison. The first one, I am dash, the bracket there is star. We had already studied that when it is to modify only singular noun, we use only the positive degree. There is no need of adding er or est. There is only I is a singular noun. I is a singular one, and so we use only tall. I am tall. Okay, I am tall. Then the second one, my brother is dash than me. Dash than me. Here is also tall is there in the bracket. Tall. Then listen here. When it modifies a singular noun, we use the positive form. When it is compared, the quality is compared to the quality of another one. Which form is used? Comparative form is used. Now is it clear? When the quality of a singular noun is mentioned, we don't use any er or est with the qualifying word. We use only the positive form. When the quality of me is compared to my brother, when the quality of a singular noun is compared to the quality of another one, we use the comparative degree. Which is the comparative form of taller. Comparative form of tall is taller. My brother is taller than me. Okay, then let us move on to the next one. My sister is the dash. Third one. My sister is the dash. There is also tall. My sister is the tallest one in the family. My sister is the tallest one. Sister's quality is compared to all the other members in the family. Okay, and here the is used only with the superlative degree. The definite article the is used only with the superlative degree. Definite article the is used only with the superlative degree. So we write tallest, tallest, T-A-L-L-E-S-T, tallest. Okay, is it clear now? Then there is one more example. I saw a very dark lady. Fourth one. I saw a very dark lady. I saw a very dark lady. She was darker than my any other lady. She was darker than any other lady. Any other lady that I have seen. That I have seen. I think she was the dark lady in the world. I think she was the dark lady in the world. Lady in the world. Okay, then the adjective is which is adjective? Beautiful. B-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. You listen here. I saw a is singular. It is the quality of a singular noun. A dash lady. Which is the adjective there? It is the quality of a singular noun. So we use the positive degree. A very beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Beautiful. I saw a very beautiful lady. It is the quality of the single lady. That means we use positive degree. That is beautiful. Okay. Then the second sentence. She was dash than. Than means adinekal. It is compared to another one. The quality of that lady is compared to another one. So we use the comparative degree. More beautiful. More beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. More beautiful than any other lady that I have seen. Okay. Next sentence. I think she was the dark lady in the world. In the world there were so many beautiful ladies. Okay. She was the dash, most beautiful. We use the superlative degree because that lady is compared to any other lady in the world. Compared to any other lady in the world. So we use the superlative degree, that is most beautiful. Most B-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Most beautiful lady in the world. I will read that sentence once more. Then I saw a very beautiful lady. She was more beautiful than any other lady that I have seen. Next one, I think she was the most beautiful lady in the world. I think she was the most beautiful lady in the world. Next is punctuation. I hope you all studied the degrees of comparison. Is it clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then punctuation. Do you know what is punctuation? P-U-N-C-T-U-A-I-O-N. Punctuation. P-U-N-C-T-U-A-I-O-N. Punctuation. Punctuation means use capital letters, commas and full stops where needed. That means there are so many punctuation marks are there in English. or any other language. Commas, full stop, capital letter, question mark, exclamation mark, then inverted commas. So many punctuation marks are there. You are studying in third standard. You study only about full stop, commas and use capital letters. Which are the places we use capital letters? Whenever you write the name of a proper noun. Whenever you write a proper noun, the first letter should be capital letter. What is a proper noun? The name of a specific person, place or thing is called a proper noun. A proper noun is a name, special name given to a specific thing. Whenever you write a proper noun, begin the proper noun with a capital letter. Begin the proper noun with a capital letter. And at the beginning of each sentence, whenever you begin a sentence, whenever you write a new sentence, you should begin with a capital letter. You should begin with a capital letter. Okay, that are the rules to use capital letters. Okay, then use capital letters, commas and full stop where needed and rewrite the paragraph in your notebook. Now I am going to write the paragraph in the board. You rewrite it in your text and correct it. Okay, it is the beginning of a paragraph. The animals in the forest are playing. T capital. It is the first mistake. T capital. The animals in the forest were on. The animals in the forest were all playing. 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 It is the end of a sentence and you put a question mark there. At the end of each sentence, you put a question mark there. Sorry, at the end of each sentence, you put a full stop there. You put a full stop there. Sorry, I had told you a question mark. It is not a question mark, a full stop. You begin a sentence with a capital letter. That is the first rule, punctuation. When you study about punctuation, you begin each sentence with a capital letter. First letter should be a capital. It is a rule. Then at the end of each sentence you put a full stop. At the end of each sentence you put a full stop. The animals in the forest were all playing. It is the end of the sentence. Then you put a full stop at the end of sentence. Then you begin the next sentence. In the text it is not the next sentence. You begin the next sentence as capital letter. This squirrel squirrel called the monkey, C-A-L-L-E-D, called the monkey. The squirrel called so many animals. The squirrel called the monkey, comma, the squirrel called the monkey, comma, the rabbit, R-A-B-B-I-T, rabbit, and the mouse near the mango tree. And the mouse, M-O-U-S-E, mouse near the mango tree. Near the mango tree. Okay, here is also the sentence ends. So we put a full stop there. Full stop. First sentence, the animals in the forest are all playing. Then the squirrel called the monkey, comma, the rabbit and the mouse near the mango tree. Then it is the next sentence. The tree had lots of, the tree, T capital. The tree had lots of ripe mangoes. The tree had lots of ripe fruits. F-R-U-I-T-S, fruits. Full stop. The tree had lots of ripe fruits. Ripe means pagamaya, ripe fruits. She had tasted many. She, who is the she? Plural. S capital. She had tasted many. Tasted many. She had tasted many. Then there is also a full stop. No full stop. She had tasted many and wanted to share it with all. And wanted to share it with all. Wanted to share it with all. Full stop. After that, you put a full stop. Share it with all. Then the next sentence, she asked the monkey to pluck. She asked the monkey. She, S capital. It is the beginning of a sentence. She asked the monkey. Asked the monkey. She asked the monkey to pluck some and throw them down. To pluck, P-L-U-C-K, pluck some and throw them down for all to eat. Throw them down for all to eat. For all to eat. Is it clear now? It is punctuation. Use inverted commas, full stops and capital letters where necessary. You rewrite this passage or rewrite this paragraph in your notebook. You rewrite this paragraph in your notebook. Okay. Then it is filling the blanks. Filling the blanks. First one is craze. C-R-A-Z-E. Craze. C-R-A-Z-E. Craze. C-R-A-Z-E. Craze. Next one, blaze. B-L-A-Z-E. Blaze. B-L. Next one is cloth. C-L-O-S-E. Cloth. Next one, brower. B-R-O-W-E-R. Brower. Next one is dress. D-R-E-S-S. Dress. Okay. Then it is I value life. Many people contribute in making our life happy. That means we are living in a society and there were so many people who helps to make our life easy and happy, peaceful and safe. Make a thank you card and thank as many as you can. There were so many people who makes our life happy. There were so many peasants, that means agriculture, the persons who do agriculture, that means very good. He is doing agriculture, peasant. The person who is doing agriculture helps you to have your food. They are cultivating rice and other materials in the field and they are helping us by doing that. And there are laundrymen who washes our clothes and they help us to do our duty. There are electricity people, they are doing their job by helping us to provide electricity. There are milkmen who bring milk to us and they help to make our life calm and quiet. Make a thank you card and thanks as many as you can. These people could be mother, your mother is doing so many things for making you living happy. Father, grandparents, siblings, your sisters or brothers, their neighbors, teachers, mates, bus driver, watchman, etc. See their happy expression and try to make this a habit. Every time, whenever you meet them, you make them pleasant by giving a thank you to them, saying a thank you to them. Yes, this is all about this chapter. You read the chapter as many times as possible, and you go through the works in the text and study. You study the grammar topic, that is degrees of comparison and degrees of adjective, and which are the degrees: positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree, and what is punctuation. Punctuation, use capital letters, commas and full stop where necessary, and you study this chapter very well. The notes will come to you. Okay, this will be enough for today's class. Let us meet in another class. Okay, thank you.